going on, everyone, and welcome to the KoloCast, a weekly podcast here on the Kolosseum, presented by myself, Mr. Aquaman, and the man, the myth, the legend behind a lot of what you see here at the Kolosseum on YouTube and socials. It's gonna be Flashy over there. What's going on, Flashy?
That was a good one. You actually didn't roast me this time. I appreciate that. But listen, Aquaman, I was thinking about it. The KoloCast has gone international. We've had NA in Canada, we've had Australia, we've had UK, and now our guest today, all the way from Germany, with one of the most crisp sounding mics and the most beautiful accent I've heard. Please bring him in, because it is time.
Our guest this week, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be none other than R1p from Germany. He is a tournament organizer and streamer that is relatively new to the community and has had already one of the biggest impacts on the European competitive Mortal Kombat side of things that I've seen in quite some time. No further introduction. Let's bring him in. I want you guys to hear the I don't know what to say. The beautifulness that is R1p's voice. R1p, how's it going?
I have to say, after that introduction, I'm a little bit shy right now, guys. I'm a little bit shy right
You're
now.
shy?
But thank you so much.
I'm melting in my chair right now. I'm melting, R1p.
Thank you so much for that beautiful introduction. It's a big honor for me to be here today with two of you legends. And yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. It's definitely going to be a fun evening for me. It's still pretty early for you guys, I know that. But I'm ready and I'm excited, to be honest.
Let's start at the very beginning, man, please, because we were talking about it on the pre-show a little bit. I was like, one day I tuned into the MK11 directory, same thing with Aquaman, and you were just there. You were just there. You were hosting tournaments. You were streaming. Please, where does it all begin? Where did you decide to get the inspiration to start streaming? Where did you get the inspiration for organizing exhibitions and tournaments? Where did this all start?
That is actually a fun story. And first of all, I got to talk about myself here for a minute, because I have absolutely no contact with the FGC whatsoever. I started as a competitive shooter player. I played Counter-Strike back in the days. I'm 31 years old now, and I started playing computer games super early. I think when I was like 13 or 14 years old, when basically the very first Call of Duty came out back then, Call of Duty 1. That's where I started, basically. So I only played shooters, Call of Duty, Counter-Strike 1.6 back in the days. And basically, I played all that until I was like maybe 19 years old. And then I stopped gaming completely for like 10 years. Yes, 10 years actually.
What? Wow.
Didn't touch any game whatsoever. I had no console, I had no computer where I could play anything on. And then, after basically 10 years, my school friends from back in the day reached out to me and they were like, you know what? What about playing Counter-Strike, bro? And I was like, wait, how the fuck do you guys think? Well, I said we are grown. We are too old for that. And they're like, no, we have to play Counter-Strike like back in the days. So I bought a gaming laptop, actually, and I booted up Counter-Strike again. And then it happened. Here I am again, playing Counter-Strike with all my friends for like 1 year. And then the story is basically beginning, because we got destroyed in Counter-Strike one evening. We got this. It wasn't even funny. We got destroyed.
I'm laughing.
And so my friend told me, "Oh man, you know what? Counter-Strike is boring. Let's get another game." And I was like, "What should we play? What kind of shooter can we get?" He's like, "What about Tekken?" I was like, bro, I will destroy you in Tekken. I played Tekken one time when I was drunk. I picked Eddie. I pressed buttons. I was drunk and I destroyed everyone. But he's like, no. What about Mortal Kombat? And I was like, I'm down. And since I had it on PC, we went to the Steam store the same night, bought the game on Steam, and I played with my friend. I picked Cetrion. The only thing I could do was throw rocks. Bam! All day long.
This is the end of the KoloCast.
That's how it starts.
I'm so sorry.
It's been an honor having you on, but
yeah, it's been great talking to you. Thanks for the
mic
audio.
I've got constituents that I need to answer to, and if they find out I have a Cetrion player on, I just can't do it.
Oh,
I'm so
all right, so
sorry,
you picked
guys.
Cetrion against your friend, and then what happens from there?
I picked Cetrion against my friend, but my Cetrion picked Kotal Khan. And the only thing this little asshole did what command grabbing me all day long, and I didn't know what to do about it. So I got destroyed, not only in Counter-Strike, but I got destroyed in Mortal Kombat 11 as well.
All in the same night. Is this all the same night?
It's all the same night. And we were drunk. I want to say that again. And we were drunk. So, and that basically, how can I say it? That awakened my competitive drive. I was like, wait, I will get this dude. And that exactly one day later was the moment where I start falling in love with the game, because for me, who never played any fighting game in my entire life, never, I didn't even know that there is frame data. I didn't even know all the mechanics. I didn't even know how to call these things. I really thought, and I know it sounds bad, but that's really what I thought, that people just press buttons without even thinking about it. So just mashing. And then I found out, wait, there is way more. This is way more deep than I thought. It is really competitive, because I played competitive shooters back in the days. And now I've discovered for the very first time in my life, wait, fighting games can be competitive as well. And so the first thing I did was actually go into practice mode and try to learn combos. And when I got the easiest combo in my entire, I don't know what it was, but it was super easy. But I was so proud because I was able to do a combo and my friend was not. So one day later, I told him, you know what? Boot your game up. I'm ready. And yes, you guys can imagine what happened, right? We played the game, we started, and yes, I got destroyed again. So I was.
I was about to say, Rip, you went into the lab, but you didn't look for the answer to what actually killed you.
Yes,
in the last
exactly.
match.
Exactly.
Jeez,
I was able to do a combo, but I still couldn't escape the fucking command grab. Yeah, but that is basically where this all started. And then I kept playing with my friend, with my German friend, for weeks. And I always wanted to beat him. And after weeks of training, I finally managed, you know what? Because I spent way more time in Mortal Kombat than he actually did. So I was able to, know what? I was trying new characters. That's where I discovered my love for Shao Kahn, by the way. And yeah, I bought Shao Kahn actually back in the days for €5. Worst decision of my life, if I want to be honest, because Shao Kahn is bottom one. We all know that.
Literally pay to lose.
Well, at the time,
yes.
At the time, pay to lose.
yeah.
Now it's pay to win.
Oh yeah. Oh wait. Okay, never mind. that's another topic. But yes, I bought Shao Kahn back in the days, and I fell in love with the character. I fell in love with the design, and I really started to grind the game. The first thing I realized is when I came home from work, I was so happy that I could sit there in the evening and play the game. I have had that for quite a long time. I really got to say that. So since it's my very first fighting game, everything was new to me. And I read about frame data. What are plus frames? The thing that actually during that time, Video Games Yo was streaming on Twitch with VL back in the days. And because I searched Shao Kahn players online, because I wanted to see how they play. And I didn't know who Video Games Yo was, but the only thing I found is, wait, there's a Shao Kahn player and he is streaming. So let's watch his stream. And the first thing I realized is that VGY basically said all the time, wait, he's pressing even though I'm plus 6. I was like, what does he mean? What is +6? And what is minus? And what is smashing and stuff like that? So I started reading on the internet and I'm like, okay, wait. We have frame data. That is how a fighting game works. And a friend of mine who played Tekken was like, wait, can you maybe explain to me how this works? And he's like, yeah, fighting games basically are like chess, you know? You do a move, then your opponent can do a move. And it's basically round-based. And I was like, wait, that is so interesting to me. And yeah, so I was able to finally defeat my friend. And he stopped playing with me after that because I got way better than he. But the point is, I was still playing on PC, right? That's the only platform I've ever played on. And I was grinding Combat League. And then I slowly started to basically get in touch with the PC community. There was one big streamer I want to mention because he inspired me a lot. His name was Thamer. He was a Middle East player, one of the best players on PC actually overall, the best Gears player out there in my opinion. And he streamed on Twitch and he was streaming his Combat League runs and he was hosting exhibitions as well.
Mhm.
And so I was watching him and I don't know, he was just such a great guy that I loved to get in touch with him. I spoke with him a lot, and yes, so my first community experience started with my PC boys back in back in the days. Actually, yeah, that's how it was. And I've never streamed or anything, but I was like, you know what, it is fun. Mortal Kombat is the first fighting game I've ever played, and I have a blast. I just enjoy the game, and so I started grinding and I had 500 hours, 600 hours, 700 hours, 800 hours. And now I think I have like 2K hours now already. And then one special day came up because I started playing only with my friends from that community. And one day a friend of mine said, you know what about Combat League? Because I was a pretty solid player already. But my highest Combat League rank ever was champion.
Ooh.
And my friend told me, wait, bro, you gotta do the Elder God grind at least once. And I've like, oh, bro, please don't make me play Combat League. Please don't make me play Combat League. But he was like, I want to see you. And now he was like, how can I watch you? I was like, wait, let's try a Steam share play, right? So we can watch. It didn't work. And he was like, bro, you have a Twitch account, right? I was like, yeah, I have a Twitch account. He's like, why don't you just go live so I can watch it? And I was like, you know what? That's a good idea. And that's where my very first stream started. Wow. I booted up my stream. I had one viewer. That was my friend. And I played Combat League. And I was only streaming in German. Because my friend was German. And then slowly, basically, the community guys from my friend Thamer, who was streaming already, joined, and they were like, hey, what are you doing? And I was like, yo, I'm just playing Combat League, but my English is not so good, I'm German, and I don't want to speak English here because, I'm shy, I'm ashamed, that's, and they were like, bro, shut the fuck up, talk English now, we want to see you. And so I started streaming Combat League for, I think, only a week, and I started with one viewer, and after a week I had like 5 viewers, maybe 5 or 6 viewers who basically came to my stream. It was super fun. I was so proud that I had 6 viewers back then. I was like, bro, 6 people. Imagine 6 people in one room.
Mm-hmm.
And it was crazy. And then we started doing King of the Hills actually with people, and more people joined. More PC people joined because the PC community overall is way smaller than a console basically. So everyone knows everyone, basically. That's how it works. And we did King of the Hills back then, played, and from basically 6 viewers, we got to 15 viewers. So a few people were playing, a few people were watching, and it was all fun. Until I basically realized, you know what? I enjoy commentating a lot as well. And even though my English ain't the best back in the days, I thought, you know what, let's try to do exhibitions. And I came up with the idea because it was still only PC that my friends who I know already play versus each other. And I start to commentate it. And we did first 2 10s back then. It was the worst decision of my life because first to 10 they took a shit ton of time. Organization back in the days was a mess because I started like that. I booted the stream up, right? Without any preparation. I just went live, press the button. Here I am. And yeah, I had 1 viewer for the first 10 minutes and I started the stream like that. Yo, how's everyone doing? Who wants to play today? Of course, no one answered, right? I was sitting there all alone. And then that's where the first tournament organizer experience was like, wait, you got to prepare a little bit. So I talked to a few people for the next stream. I was like, do you want to play? Do you want to play on my stream? And I stream it, I commentated. And so we started doing PC exhibitions, PC first 2 10s. And I got to say, it was a blast. My boy Thamer, who did that before, streamed back in the day, but he stopped streaming after a while because he was busy. And he's like, you know what, I don't have the time for it anymore. So basically, I became I don't want to say the PC streamer, but from basically starting with 6 viewers to 15 viewers, we went up to like 30 or 40 viewers, I think. We got way more people involved,
And Rip, honestly, that doesn't surprise me because PC was such an untapped market that you probably had no idea about. But you know, this community had been around for such a long time, but no one gave PC love, and so that's huge.
Yeah, that's right. And I always felt, I don't know, as you say, Aqua, the thing about PC is no one seemed to really care about them. PC was always laughed at by some players, and they were like, "Yo, PC, who cares about PC? Right? No one cares about PC. Who even plays on PC?" And here were with our small community hosting exhibitions, and we had some crazy good players. Not gonna lie, like pro level players. And suddenly, after like a few weeks, because I started streaming in March, we started doing exhibitions on PC.
Wait, March 2021?
Like this year?
Yes. This
what?
year. Yes. We started in March this year. So I started Combat League streaming in March. And when did we actually? In May. We started May PC exhibitions, actually. And then a good friend of mine from another Twitch stream joined, and he's like, "Oh, why don't you do it for PlayStation? PC has crossplay, right?" And I was like, "Bro, don't remind me." No, we don't have crossplay. PC players can't play with PlayStation players. And then he reached out to me and he was like, "Are you interested in playing on PlayStation? I want to play with you as well," he said. And I was like, "Yeah, bro, come on. I don't buy a PC Master Race, baby.
That's right.
PC Master Race." And he was like, "You know what? I want to buy a PlayStation 5 anyway. What about you give me a few bucks?" And with a few bucks, we speak about $50. He offered me to his PlayStation 4 for $50. And I was like, "Bro, you know what? Give it to me, send it right away." And yeah, I got my first PlayStation 4 from him, started playing with him on PlayStation 4. Then I was like, "You know what? We can cover both platforms now. We can do exhibitions for PC and for PS4. So what I started is I created a Discord server in June, I think. And we had PC players in there. And we had my German PlayStation 4 friends in there. So we basically started doing exhibitions for PC and PS4 at the same time with different players. So I switched from PC to PS4 all the time on stream. And that got way more traction than I would have ever thought, because more and more PlayStation players came. And then that's the moment where I realized that, because when I was watching Twitch, I saw so many exhibitions and tournaments, but I have never realized that the majority of those tournaments were NA tournaments.
Yeah.
And that the EU scene is, I don't want to call the EU scene like the PC scene. It is way bigger, and it has way more streamers than on PC. But overall, it is still a very, how can I say it? It is not small, but there aren't a lot of streamers for PC, for the EU PS4 scene. That's what I wanted to say. And so I was like, you know what? Let's try to get something going. And then we basically grinded. I was streaming for hours every day. I think at the beginning, like 5 to 6 times every day. We did first to 10s only. You can imagine we did like 6 to 7, sometimes even 8 first to 10s. It was like 8 hours, 9 hours.
That's a long time right there.
Yeah, that's a super long time. But it was so fun. And more people joined. And I was like, wait, there are so many people who want to play. What can we do? I want to get something going. And I saw all these great streamers back then, Vera. I saw Hot Rod. And I was like, you know what? Let's try to get something going for the EU and CIS scene. I knew my boy Arndt Kratos from PC back then was always a great guy and a big supporter of my channel, even in the beginning. And I was like, you know what? Let's try to get something real competitive going again. Since I knew Makoran from PC, and Makoran told me, bro, even ESL doesn't stream anymore for Europe. And basically, there were no exhibitions streamed on Twitch for the EU scene. We had some Russian streamers, but of course, the Russian streamers, the majority of them, they only have the Russian community and they speak only Russian, right? And I was like, let's try to make things happen. So we came up with a community vote in the beginning. And since the PC players, they played on their own, but they were not enough. We had like maybe now in the end 10 active PC players. The other players dropped the game. They were like, I don't want to play Mortal Kombat anymore. I want to wait for the next game. So we did a community voting and we said, let's try to make a league for the scene. And I made a community voting, and then the people told me, we don't want to play first to 3. We don't want to play first to 10 like back in the days. We want to play first to 5. Because they said that is more competitive. You can try different approach. You can maybe try different characters. And I was like, you know what? I'm fine with it. I'm fine. Whatever you guys want. So we came up with a league system. I Googled and I sat there with friends. What can we do to basically make it competitive? And yeah, we came up with the rule set. And I started by doing season 1 with my own money. I was like, let's do community funding, basically. But I said, you know what? No matter what happens, I will guarantee $500 for season 1, even if I have to pay it with my own money. And that's where it all started, actually. I booted up the very first league stream, and it was mind-blowing. It was mind-blowing. So many people joined. And the feedback was crazy, crazy, crazy good. And creators joined. Then all the players I looked up to joined, like Desart. I know he's the Evo champ. And I was so proud when he told me, you know what, let me play in this. Let me play in this. And so I basically started doing that, and the rest is history. We started in, I think it was July, or maybe even August. And we went from 30 or 40 average viewers to, I think, immediately like 90 in the first month, first season. We started season 3 yesterday, and we are sitting, I think, like an average of like 160 now, or 150, 40, and it is increasing every month. We have a player meanwhile, we have a player pool of more than 100 active players. I think it's 110, 120 already. 700 members in the Discord already. Dude. And it is mind-blowing. It is so fun to me. It is such a great experience. And what I really want to point out is the community. Because the support is just crazy. Not only when we talk about viewer numbers, but the real, even the money support, even though every streamer hates to talk about it. But I always want to be completely honest, and I say, of course, a competitive league with prize money wouldn't be possible without all these generous viewers, right? Who basically, they describe, they sometimes they drop gifted sub, they donate and stuff like that. And the EU support towards me and my channel is mind-blowing. And I can say in season 1, and that was all community funded, we were able to pay out €1,200 in season 1 already. That was the very first, all community funded. I didn't even have to put in my own money into that, because we reached that all by the community. And now in season 2, we were able to pay out €1,400 already. And I just want to point out one special thing, and that happened on Sunday, the last Sunday. We announced the start of season 3, actually. We started yesterday, and on Sunday, I received an anonymous donation of $500 for the prize pool already. And I don't even know who it was. And that's
there are a lot of people out there that are like that, man, that are so generous and just want to see this go down and watch.
And that's what I wanted to point out here by saying that the community is such a great experience for me, because back in the days, I only knew the competitive shooter scene, and it is so big, right? When we look at Counter-Strike Source, it is such a big community. To me, the FGC, on the other hand, it feels like a family. Everyone, even
That's
you know,
right.
everyone knows everyone somehow, especially in the Mortal Kombat scene. And that's what I like so much about it. It is like a really big family, and the community is like, you know what? There might be hard times. The game might be, you know, you get angry when playing it, but at the end of the day, the community sticks up for each other, and they really try to get something going. And that's what I love about the FGC. Even though Mortal Kombat 11 is my first fighting game, I'm not here. I have been here for very long, but it is a blast already, and I'm so excited what we can basically achieve in the future, how things are going to turn out. And yeah, the only thing I can say is that I am honored that I'm sitting here today and that I'm able to talk about this actually, because I would have never thought about that in the beginning. And that I sit here with Mr. Aquaman. And Mr. Aquaman, I want to point out my birthday stream. That's where Mr. Aquaman was the very first time in my stream, and I was so happy. I was speechless. And when I look back at the journey from starting playing Combat League with one viewer, and now we are sitting here, I think, hosting the biggest league for Europe currently, with more than 100 active players, and even Mr. Aquaman on the mic for the grand finale. It is a dream coming true for me. It really is. And I'm so proud. I'm honored. And yeah, it is. That is basically the origin of my channel. Yeah.
Dude,
Put that in a comic book, because that's one hell of an origin story right there, ladies and gentlemen.
holy crap,
There's
man.
so much that I can talk about right there, Rip, and I'm just gonna get right to it. The European scene supporting you so much, you know, and so quickly, they have been. I'm trying to choose my word carefully here, but I feel like the right word might be yearning. They were yearning for a series, a league, something to consistently compete in that wasn't just the pro competition that was a couple of events a year, where only a very small percentage of players got to a point to even play for money, right? They had always been shafted in the past, and there's no other way to put it. EU has always been a little, you know, pretty shafted when it comes to that, and the rest of the world got completely shafted, like kicked in the boot and elbow drop from the top rope. They haven't got a single thing. But EU always yearning. I am now on my. I wrote it down here. I think I'm on my. I think that this current Kolosseum season is my personal 10th long series in the past 5 years, give or take. And they've averaged about 8 to 12 weeks long each. So I'm on my 10th one, and all of them have been NA except for the one I did for EU, which I'll get to, or one that had EU a part of it, which I'll get to. And I'd say 4 years straight, I had thousands of comments on YouTube, thousands of DMs on, well, not thousands of DMs, thank goodness, but a lot of, a lot of tags on socials, a lot of messages from a lot of players saying, when's EU, you fat piece of shit, you know, back in the day. That's what it was back in the day. They were like, where is it? Where's EU? And I was like, dude, I'm only one person. Calm down. It's really hard. And so it's always been there. And I don't know if you know this, but not too long ago, last year, I want to say it was last year, Ketchup and Mustard did one series for it. It was called Massive Strike. And it did so well because it was something for EU, but they didn't continue it because they're just so busy. Ketchup and Mustard, I don't even know how they do the things that they do and how much of it that they do. And we've even talked to them about it here on the show, and it's crazy. So, like I said, that EU scene has been yearning for competition, something consistent, something that they can call their own. And I didn't want to be the one to do it because it's hard enough to do one. I'm sure you can imagine. Could you imagine doing a league for like every region on the planet? I don't wish that. I don't even wish that upon anyone. And
I completely agree.
And so I think that is what has made this such a quick recipe for success, is that you kind of hit two markets that were just almost untapped, and especially EU. There's so many players and so many new players. Thank goodness there's such a lot of new blood in the EU scene because our community needs it. And I think that's what's attributed a lot to your success. On top of you being such a fucking great guy, man. Just a great guy.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful personality. And yeah, I've only done EU once, and it was part of a global series where I just hit everyone one time. And it was that one event that I did for EU RIP. The only time I ever did one. I had Arn Kratos on commentary with me.
Mm-hmm.
And when the show ended, Arn Kratos says to me, he goes, "There's this guy, Rip," and he actually told me a couple of times. He was like, check him out, and it was after that stream. We had ended the show. We were still on the call, and he goes, "Aquaman," and he pulled in like 4 other Russian players. So I had like 5 Russian players all hit me at one time going, "Rip's birthday is this day. He's a big fan of yours. Can you do something?" And they were like, we have an idea where we get you in the Discord and we get you into his call on his birthday stream live. And I was like, that sounds awesome. I would love to do this.
It was.
And still one of my favorite memories in the past couple of years for sure is Rip was streaming. Rip, I don't think I'd ever been to your stream prior, Rip, and I mean no offense to that. I have a hard time watching a lot of people's streams because usually after I'm done, I just turn everything off and disappear. And so I jump into the call, and Rip's reaction was the most priceless thing. And I wish, if you still have that clip, I want to find that clip somewhere. Rip's reaction to me joining that call was absolutely priceless.
Hello?
No, oh, it's him.
It's the real Aquaman!
Hello?
You are shitting me, guys! No. Oh, guys. Oh, shit.
What's going on, man?
Hold on a second. I heard it was someone's birthday over here. Hold on a second.
Oh, shit. I'm going to cry. Wait! No, not on stream! Mr. Aquaman, not like this! Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh.
And it was this huge coordinated thing through Arn Kratos because, like you were saying, you two had gotten really close, and Arn Kratos, I could tell by the way he was talking to me that something special was happening. He was like, listen, this guy is doing huge for the EU, and my response to Arn Kratos was, thank goodness. EU needs it. And now that they have it, look at the support that you're getting for it. It's insane, and if there's a long list of things that you love to see, I'm going to put that on it.
Yeah, man, it's been an absolute wild ride for you. I can already tell. I see it. I can't believe you started 9 months ago.
Yeah.
Dude. What the hell is that?
Yes.
You started 9 months ago, and your audio is better than every single person I've ever seen across any game, any in 9 months. Are you like, how much more can you accomplish if you did that in 9? You did the most hardest thing, which is figure out audio in 9 months. God damn it, man.
Should I tell you guys about the audio thing? Because
please explain to us this, because dude, I've been sitting here listening to you talk, and my headphones are like dancing on my head because it's just like, thank goodness for this sound that's coming through.
Oh,
how
dude,
did you do it?
I've had this subtle ring in my ears the whole time. I've just been like it's almost, I don't know what to say, but it feels good.
How did you get to that point with this audio?
It is actually another fun story, but I will make it short this time. Back in the days, everyone told me, man, you have such a deep voice, right? You have such a deep voice. And the problem is this headset here, it's a headset actually. I had that one back in the days with the microphone. And I actually had to pitch my voice higher because it was so deep with that cheap microphone that people were like, bro, my ears are vibrating when you're speaking. It hurts actually. But I wasn't streaming. That's when I was playing Counter-Strike with my boys. And so I bought a super expensive Rode microphone, a USB microphone. I bought that one. And it was great. It had the best quality. But then when I started playing Mortal Kombat and I stopped playing Counter-Strike at the same time, I was like, I don't even need that microphone anymore. Let me sell it real quick. So I actually sold my Rode microphone. And then a few months later, when I was streaming, you guys can imagine, I got the fucking headset again. And it sounded, I don't know, because I have a deep voice, I know that, but the quality was so bad that I was like, you know what? I just want to stream for fun. My friend wants to watch me play Combat League, so I will never get more than 3 viewers, right? So I purchased, and I'm completely honest with that, this microphone right here. $18. 18. It was the cheapest microphone on the internet, actually. And it is the cheapest mic. The cheapest mic is still on Amazon to this day. And it's a USB microphone. And I did absolutely nothing to it. Honestly, nothing.
Wow.
I just plugged it in, and that's how it is. I have no XL. I have nothing.
I officially have my answer, Flashy. I don't know if you do. I know what it is. It's his voice. That's what it is. It's gotta be.
Just goes into the mic and it starts singing, man. The mic is like, I can't do anything to this.
I guarantee you, if I were to try to talk to that microphone, it would explode.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that is the story, and
Dude.
it is actually fun because so many people talk about it, and they're like, "Wait, what microphone do you have? What kind of settings do you have? What XLR do you have?" And I was like, "Bro, what's XLR? What is that? I have a microphone. I plug it into my PC, and that's it. I didn't change a damn thing." And yeah, I see that. And the very last person who spoke to me about that was actually a Falcon. And he was like, "Bro, what mic do you have?" Because he's a commentator, right? One of the best commentators we have. And he's such a great guy. And he reached out to me and he's like, "What mic do you have? I might take a look at it. And what XLR, like Flashy is saying in the beginning, what setup do you have?" And I was like, "Falk, don't even ask. I have the cheapest mic out there. I have absolutely nothing. I have no equipment whatsoever. I'm just sitting here with my USB mic." And and it is great. It is a great microphone. I like it a lot. I even thought about, since the stream got way bigger, upgrading it. I thought about buying XLR and stuff like that. But honestly, the quality, it is super good. It is actually super good for that. And it is perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine.
It proves that you don't need like the craziest, most expensive stuff. You just got to be born with the most beautiful voice on the planet. I mean, it's really simple. It's really simple.
Thank you guys so much.
That was that's unbelievable story, man. Seriously, that is absolutely insane. I mean, within it's crazy because you had Aquaman, I believe you said for the grand finale, right? You were commentating with him. Yeah, I tuned into that for like a match or two, and in that time I tuned in, you said, "Man, this is crazy. You know, a few months ago we had 3 viewers, and now we have over 300." And that right there just goes to show that you found the recipe for success. You found an untapped market. In fact, Aquaman said you found 2 untapped markets, one being PC, one being EU. Tap into those, and then just being an overall good human being as you are, and just enjoying the community and the people around you. You can't lose with that. And it just goes to show that in 10 months, you went from 3 viewers to 396. Like, it's absolutely unbelievable, man. That is not a normal thing to happen in this space, especially. And for you to nail that, like I said, you found the recipe, and if you just keep cooking, man, the sky's the limit for you, dude. Seriously, if you just don't stop, you're gonna be on top of the world soon, brother. Seriously.
Thank you so much for saying that, Flashy. Yeah, but I always say it's like a community project. And in my honest opinion, a big part of that success is the player base and the community as well. And I honestly, and I always say that, I mean it like that, because in my opinion, all those players who play for me and who take their time of their day, it's like they work for me in a way, right? Because my stream wouldn't work without them. And it's not like I'm sitting here saying, "You know what, I'm the streamer, this is my channel, without me you guys are..." No, that's not how it works. It's going both ways. And I honestly and I genuinely respect, and I show respect to everyone involved in this project. Not only the viewers, not only the persons who are on the mic with me, but the players as well, because it just would not work without them. We got to be completely honest, and sometimes some people forget that. If I would sit there myself and play Combat League, maybe I would be able to get like 30 viewers, 40 viewers, but having basically the best players in Europe playing, including the mighty Aunt Kratos, that is a thing as well, right? Because he is not only one of my closest friends, he is such a great guy, and he is one of the biggest supporters of the channel as well. And just by having a player like Arndt Kratos in this is a big advertisement as well to other players, because people, they look on the lineup, they scrolled through Twitter, right? And they're like, wait, bro, Arndt Kratos is playing in a league? In a league? Let me join this real quick. And so it's a whole, it is not my channel. That's what I always say. It's a community channel. We raise the money by crowdfunding through the community, so that wouldn't be possible without them. At the same time, it wouldn't be possible without all these great players, because we not only have professionals, of course, we have casual players, we have beginners, we have all the variety in there. But some people, of course, they come for the experience of pro-level gameplay. Some people, it's really, they only tune in when Arndt Kratos, when this Sardin is playing, when these guys are on the, on the show, and they're like, man, this high level Mortal Kombat, it is what I'm looking for. So we basically have a super big variety of different players and different personalities on the mic as well. And I think that's what it's all about. It's the whole community, which basically made the channel to,
It's a symbiotic relationship.
That's the word.
Exactly.
Where we couldn't do what we do without everyone else, and it's not just one particular group, right? It's us, it's the players, it's the viewers, it's everyone together, because without that, I think it all falls apart.
Yeah, completely right. I agree. And that is one of the reasons, I just want to point that out, why I decided, that is my personal motivation for hosting a league specifically. At the beginning, I thought about hosting tournaments, and it might sound rude, but do you know what I hate about hosting tournaments the most? That players, specific players, who aren't even a part of the community, join for that specific day, because of course there's money involved, right? They want to win, and I completely understand that. But I'm not a big fan of that, because you have people, and I did one tournament, actually two tournaments back in the day. It was 1v1 and 2v2. And what bothers me is that basically people who never been in the stream, they're not even interested in the stream, they join for like 2 hours, as long as the tournament runs, and then they dip, and you never see them again.
Yeah.
And I just don't like the idea, because I always said, wait, this whole channel, it is community funded. So I think it should be a community thing as well. And I'm super proud to say that every player who is playing in the league, and we have more than 100, as I said already, is an active part of the community as well. Not only in the stream, in the Discord as well. We literally have no one who's like, you know what, let's just play for money real quick and dip again. No. The EU scene and the CIS scene
I was about to say, that sounds, I think you just described every North American player. which that's what I deal with over here, Rip, but continue.
Yeah, and I just didn't like that, because I always loved the community idea, right? Not basically doing something on my own. I'm the tournament organizer. Here's a tournament on Saturday. Everyone can join, and then everyone can dip again. No, I wanted to make something where the community can basically evolve, right? From the beginning, from season 1, it gets bigger and bigger. And the fun thing is, the variety is what's making it so fun. We have one specific player. I want to point him out again. His name is Median. Median is a casual player. He's my age. I think he's 30 years old, and he started playing in season 1. And it might sound rude, but he doesn't stand a single chance. He gets whopped all day long by everyone. But the thing is, he plays the game for fun, and he reached out to me and he's like, I don't care about winning or losing. I want to enjoy the game. I love what you guys are doing. I love the commentary. I just want to be a part of this project. And guess what happens? Every time Median is on screen, the whole crowd in the chat goes crazy. Everyone writing me. It doesn't matter if he wins or loses. It really doesn't. But everyone says again, man, look how good he got. And since he played in season 1, we had him in season 2, and everyone said, look how
Wow.
basically he evolved as a player as well. We have Median. The last time Median played versus Armed Kratos, and Median didn't. But the thing is, that's not what it's about. It is about enjoying the game, having a hobby together, which you can enjoy with the community. And no one cares about winning or losing. Really, no one does. At least no one in the stream. We are just sitting there, having a laugh, having a good time. And when I ask 95% of the viewers who won the set yesterday, no one even knows the answer. No one even knows, because we are just there having a laugh, having a good time, and enjoying the game. And that's what it's all about, I think. And that's why this community project is so successful, I think. Because it all comes down to the roots, just sitting there together. Of course, we don't have offline events because of COVID, but it feels a little bit like offline, right? Sitting there with your friends.
Everyone's
and
coming together.
everyone knows each other, because we have so many people who not only played season 1, season 2, season 3. So we have a big of variety for people who play each other. You don't play in a tournament like one person and then you go into the net. No. You play throughout the qualifiers. You play so many different people from every skill level that by now, since we are in season 3, basically everyone knows everyone already and everyone is friends with each other. And so we basically evolved into one hell of a big community who is just sitting there Monday to Thursday and enjoying Mortal Kombat together. And that's, I think, what describes it the best. Just a bunch of people sitting there having fun, whopping each other's ass.
You just described the perfect fighting game community to me, so thank you so much, Rip. I know that we are currently, as we speak, holding you from an event to actually play out. So I think that we're going to have to go ahead and call it there. But Rip, I definitely want to bring you back on because I know that we can talk about so much more. Oh my goodness. It was great to learn everything about your beginnings, and more importantly, can't wait to see what you do in the future, man. It's been incredible.
Please bring us out, Rip. Where can they find you? When can they
Rip.
find you? List
Where
it
can
off.
they find you? Where can they watch? Tell them.
List it all.
So basically, you guys can see it already because Flashy prepared everything perfectly. Rip's Arena on Twitter and on Twitch as well. And basically, it works like that. We host qualifiers for 6 weeks to the grand finals. And we are live every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. 7 p.m. CET, that is 1 p.m. Eastern. And we are mostly, because we have a lot of sets, we cover 10 first to fives each day. So we are live 5 hours every day.
Woo!
From Monday till Thursday, that's how it works. And yeah, everyone who is looking for a place to be, you are more than welcome. And at the same time, I want to say thank you to Flashy and to Mr. Aquaman, of course, for having me here. It's a big honor, actually, to be in the KoloCast today. I'm a big fan. You guys know that already. And it has been a blast. Thank you so much.
Man, I don't even know, dude. I don't know if I should cry. I don't know if I should laugh. I don't know if I should jump for joy. That was unbelievable, man. It was awesome hearing your story. Everybody, please do go tune in to Rip's Arena again, Monday through Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern. Some awesome EU stuff going on over there. And you get to listen to his voice for 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
What else do you want? Seriously. Okay, but enough talking about Rip's voice. I think he's like, all right, leave it, guys. I get it. I got a good voice. But anyway, be sure to subscribe to the Kolosseum channel. Be sure to hit up Rip's Twitch and Twitter. We're going to catch you guys next Thursday for another episode of the KoloCast. We'll see you guys there.